a very, very, very different one. This is putting into consideration all that is happening in our country as of today. Yeah. Okay. If you're just joining from anywhere you are, this is Power Solutions. My name is Wisdom Chapp-Jumbo, and Power Solutions is powered by All On Energy Impact Investment Company, and of course in partnership with the number one stock station, Nigeria Info. Okay. As always, Power Solutions, we discuss everything power here and how to help Nigerians anywhere they are to maximize alternative sources of power. If you don't have light, if NEPA no day for your house, what can you do? What are the solutions available to you? Okay, solar is available, by the way, and that's what we've been talking about a lot on the show. And continuing from last week's episode was mind-blowing. You guys, thank you for all the calls. I got all the calls and I love it. We are passing the message and I love that. So before we go into the conversation, just to know, our topic today is very critical, but I'd like to share something as always, just a tip of what's happening in the sector and what the news is saying. The International Energy Agency says in a recent report that the world will add about 55 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity in 2024. And this is mainly due to the increased use of solar PVs in residents and businesses. The agency also projects that global manufacturing capacity of solar PVs will reach almost 1,000 gigawatts in 2024. The sector is growing, and I like the growth that is happening. You can catch this report, find homes and businesses increase renewable energy. It's a report on the International Energy Agency's website. You can check it out on Google just to read more about it. But it's good to keep tabs on what is happening within the space. Okay, back to Lagos, back to Nigeria. All right. So we've been discussing the last couple of weeks all that is happening, and of course helping you guys in this rainy season. How do you maximize your solar power in the house? How do you make the best of it? And I've been bringing guys into the studio to talk about how it's going to help you and how you can maximize. How do you still have power in this rainy season? And today we are taking that conversation upwards to discuss something very important: reducing your electricity expenses with solar. Okay, it's a very important topic today because of what is happening in the country. Subsidy is gone. We all know that. And when that happens, the cost of fuel, to some of you have been trying to preach to in the last couple of weeks, that it is no longer sustainable to buy fuel for generator to power your homes. Like they will say, if you can fuel your car full tank and you still have funds to fuel your generator, you'll be idon. How do they say it? Okay. All right. So again, the message is it is no longer sustainable. So what do we do when this is no longer sustainable? It's not been sustainable for quite a while. And I think that message has now been very clear to everybody. I have two fantastic guests in the studio who will help me make sense of this. We are discussing today reducing your electricity expenses with solar. Some of you called me last week. Oh, Wisdom, solar is expensive. Solar is this. And shout out to some of you who also sent me WhatsApp messages. Someone sent me and said, Wisdom, I want to power some bulb and TV and laptop. What do I do? Where do I get solar? What solar solution do I use? And shout out to all of you. I've been trying to help many people to connect them to, good players in the sector who are providing a solution to help you. Of course, we'll be welcoming you to the conversation later to hear your thought. If you don't have light in your house, call me later, and of course, we'll talk about it on this show now. This is Power Solutions, and my name is Wisdom. Yes, and as I said before, I have two fantastic guests in the studio, and I'm going to pull them up. No time. We have to go really fast with this conversation today. One, his name is Engineer Wilcox. Yes, I'll leave that part for him to pronounce for us very well. But he's CEO, Phoz Renewable Energy Limited. Engineer Wilcox.
Yes.
Help me pronounce the name properly now.
Okay, the name is You mean the surname, right?
The surname, yes.
Okay, Onyemekeihia, Wilcox.
Onyemekeihia. Okay, so I sort of rehearsed it before I got to the studio, but as I began to rap, I forgot it. Engineer Wilcox, welcome to the show. And I have his colleague here.
Thank you so much for having me.
His name is George Chima Amechi. He's Director of Marketing, Phoz Renewable Energy Limited.
Thank you for having me here.
Director, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, let's get into the conversation real quick. And guys, Engineer Wilcox, he's an expert within this space, and he runs his company, Phoz Renewable Energy Limited, one of the leading renewable energy companies in Nigeria. And his background is fantastic. 10 years experience in the renewable energy sector, with advanced expertise in system sizing, design. I bring you guys the best people on the show, and I have one fantastic guy here to help us make sense of all these things that is happening. Now, Engineer Wilcox, first I'll start with you. Like I shared, it is no longer sustainable to fuel generators for homes and business places. We know how much people lose every now and then. But I'll put this up straight to you now, which, listeners have called me a lot of times. To tell me is Wisdom, yes, I want to use solar, but solar is expensive. What do you say about this?
Okay, thank you so much for having me. Good morning to our listeners. One thing you need to know about solar, of course, you would say it's expensive, but in the long run, it's not.
Okay.
Where we miss it as a people is actually when you don't know how much electricity you use up, per day, per month. So when you're able to get this, it will be easier for you to navigate through.
Knowing how much power you consume.
Yeah. So technically, your road to, I call it energy independence, you're like 80%.
Okay.
Because number one, you need to know the light you're using, how many watts is it? Your TV you're using, how many watts is it?
Okay.
What about the AC? Are they energy saver ACs?
I got an inverter AC for my house, just to be on the safe side.
Exactly.
Did I do the right thing?
Yeah, of course. When that is why I like this show, because you're enlightening the people on exactly what to do. Because you don't just go to the market or the electronic store and just pick up something. Of course, functionality is very important, but at the back of every electronic, there's a data sheet there. You need to know how many watts.
Okay.
Like I have a fridge in the house. The fridge is big, of course, expensive, but the energy, it uses just 1 kilowatt per day, and that's how much in naira.
How much?
Depending on the band you're on or the disco, it's about 50 something naira per day. Why is that important? Because when you now switch to solar, instead of you using up 10 kV, 10 kilowatts per day, you're using a minimal energy.
Yeah.
That's why even we also talk to companies. We help them do energy audits. There's some big, huge companies, they use up to like 30 ACs and this. What can you do to minimize that? So when you're able to minimize that, then you now get this system sizing. We design a proper system for you that will enable you work. So now let's use, for example, the electricity. There are some people, they have up to 10 hours, depending on the band you are. So by that, we're able to help you calculate the extra that you need.
Okay, so let me just move now to Chima. You're director of marketing, so you're mostly in the field.
Yeah.
Now I will just go up straight with you and just tell you, look, how do you now? All this long English grammar we are speaking, people on the street don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
They just want power.
Yeah.
So how do you answer this question of it is expensive? And what do you tell them? People that just say, look, I want power, but I can't pay for it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you to our listeners. Power. When people say power is expensive, all I have to say is we can help you make this power less expensive.
How?
How?
Please, how?
Now, I want to tell you the how.
Yes, please.
You know, Phoz Renewable Energy, we have been in business for like a long time now, and we have partners. We have partners with banks, we have partners with microfinance banks and all that, whereby we've been able to say, okay, you know what? This customer, we want to help this customer get power at a cheaper rate.
Okay, let me simplify it for you now.
Yeah.
Somebody had called me
Yeah.
within the week, say,
Yeah.
Wisdom, I want power for 2 bulbs in my house.
Yeah.
I want to power my TV.
Yeah.
I want to charge my laptop and phones.
Yeah.
How much will it cost me?
If you want to power your bulb, you just need maybe
Because it goes straight with me like that. And yeah.
you need maybe a 1 kVA. A 1 kVA can actually power your bulb, power your TV, and power that one fan. At least you will not sleep with heat, even if there is no electricity. So that 1 kVA can actually do that powering for you, and you will find out that you are not even spending so much, because if you are spreading your payment within a period of time, we actually know that these clients, sometimes it's difficult to just bring the whole bulk money and say, okay, we want to do this 1 kVA.
So this 1 kVA you just mentioned, now, how much is it?
This 1 kVA.
Just, we're trying to make sense, because people listening want to really reduce their electricity expense. Maybe 500 naira a liter of fuel now is a lot for people.
Yes.
Where they can get it cheaper, they're happy to. So can you move? How much is it?
This 1 kVA is about,
for example,
this 1 kVA is about 576,000 naira. Now we are able to say, okay, come pay 20% of it. And when you pay 20% of it, we will spread the remaining balance to like maybe 12 months, so that you can be able to pay at your convenience. I think we've brought solution to that client who is scared of using that bulk money to just take that bulk money from his account and say, okay, he wants to do a solar system. So right now he's able to just remove just that 20% and say, okay, at his convenience, we will spread the remaining balance for him and say, okay, for 12 months you are good to go.
All right, Lagos, if you're just joining us, it's Power Solutions. My name is Wisdom Chapp-Jumbo, and we are discussing how to reduce your electricity expenses with solar. And I have 2 fine gentlemen in the studio who are helping us to make sense of it. In case you want to call us in the studio, the number is 0700 993 993 993. Okay, I'll come back to you, Engineer Wilcox. Affordability is at the core of what the issue is, why people are struggling to switch. And another issue is how people are able to manage their energy, is what we were trying to explain before.
Yes.
Now, how do you make sense of it? Issue of affordability, how do we make it easy for people to understand, in your view?
Because it's quite technical, but we'll try as much as possible to simplify it so that
please,
everyday Nigerian we understand.
I have people calling already, so let's take this call quickly and
Okay.
just hear from them.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. We can hear you. You have 30 seconds, please.
Okay, yeah, my name is Emmanuel.
Yes, Emmanuel, talk to me.
Thanks for your program every week. I enjoy it. I am actually an engineer, but out of work. I'm very vast and experienced in solar energy, whatever.
Okay.
The program you just put now, my problem is finance, but the ability is there, the finance. And customer you want to build power for, they want to see what they want to build. They build it for them, they pay you. So in what area can somebody like me in the society benefit from this program?
All right, thank you so much. Let's go back to taking that question from you. Go on, you were saying something before.
Okay.
Then before we answer this guy now.
Okay.
So I was saying expense, affordability, how do we make it make sense?
Let's just break it down. How much is electricity? And how much do you spend on your generator?
Okay.
From our market survey, of course, George has been on the field for a long time.
Yeah.
From our market survey, most people spend for the normal, your little gen, 2 kVA, 3 kVA, you spend up to 5,000 to 6,000 naira.
Yeah. A day?
Yeah, per day.
Per day. If you need to fuel it and all that.
Yes, of course. So if you calculate that in a month and calculate the amount of electricity, remember what I said earlier, you need to know exactly what you can power.
Let's quickly take this call. Let's know who's called. Hello, good morning, Power Solutions. Oh, we lost that caller. Please call again, 0700 993 993 993. Go on, please.
Yeah. So if you're able to know the exact amount of electricity, you can navigate it. Over time, we found out that when you finish making your payment, you still have up to 5, 6, 7 years of usage of this equipment. So if you calculate that, you know that at the long run, in as much as it's expensive at the first procurement, and that is why
it is easier.
And that is why Phoz has
1 minute. Let's just take this call quickly. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You have 20 seconds, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I can hear you. Go on. You have 20 seconds.
It's law. I just want to contribute on what's going on about the discussion about solar energy. My own contribution is simple. Right now, we have the sunny weather here, and we have a lot of people that have the solar system. And when they are out of their houses, they shut down their power system. Our national grid system is not useful to us. That's why we are spending so much, or else we shouldn't have been spending so much.
All right.
But solar system, you can connect it to the national grid and supply the light when you're not using it.
All right.
The money will record in your meter. So when you want to use it or do the national grid, you don't need to pay for light.
Okay. Thank you so much for that contribution. Was it saying something you want to respond to?
Funny enough, this solution he just said was my final year project.
Ah, okay.
So what happens is you have enough roof.
Yes.
So you generate electricity. Let's say you do up to 10 kilowatts and you use 5 kilowatts. The remaining 5 kilowatts, you sell it to the government.
Yeah.
But in the country,
we don't have
the framework like the policy, you know. So there are other infrastructures we need to put in place, you know.
Okay, quickly, we are almost out of time. So, I mean, because of time, we have to move really fast. Unfortunately, time moves. So, in case people need to connect with you, you have social media platforms.
Yes.
People can connect with you. You want to mention that quickly?
We have our website. Our website is www.phozenergy.ng. The Phoz is spelled PHOZ energy.ng. I come again, www.phozenergy.ng.
All right, guys, we have to go because of time. Thank you so much, Engineer Wilcox and George, Chima, and Mechi. They've done fantastically well to share insight, but time will not permit us to speak so long because of we have to go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
On Instagram, you can also reach us at Phoz Energy.
Phoz Energy.
Phoz Energy. PHOZ Energy.
All right. If you need to reach me also, just in case you want to share your thoughts, 0811-2090-862. Send me a WhatsApp message and we'll go on to next week.
More conversation, more talk, more